What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's good? I am so glad you're in the building. Let's take off that split. I am definitely here. We are ready to get started. I know that I decided to come an hour earlier than what I was expected to, which is absolutely great. Absolutely great. Let me go ahead and hit this. I need to hit go live over here on Instagram. So I'm trying something new, guys. So please make sure when you come in, no matter what chat you're on, that you make sure you acknowledge, come in and engage. That's what I want to see. I want to see engagement going on when you come into the live. Also, when you get ready to do that, please make sure you hit the like button as you come in. Hit the like button. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get my headphones on because it is technically simply just me today. You know what? Let's put the wire behind instead of in front. Okay, there we go. Now let me click on here and get you fully through the headphones. Okay. That's my headphones on. Let's see. And let's get the mic. Let's get the mic. All right. And also, let me plug up my phone because I'm also on the TikTok, y'all. I'm on TikTok. So I got everything going. I got Instagram going. I got TikTok going. And here we are on YouTube Live. So now, with that being said, let's kind of change my color here to red. Let's go red, fire red. That's where we are. Let's get into the building. If you're not in the building, I'm going to suggest that you come in here, get comfy. Because this is where we are today. We're going to get some, just going to recap the dream as a whole, because I was on earlier. We talked about some key things that I thought that was actually exciting to talk about. And guys, it's for the most part, it's super simple for me, right? I think the dream is a fantastic organization. I think the pickup that they got in Angel Reese, of course, was one of those astonishing pickups, something that has been, I would say that is much needed for them as a whole. They're doing a phenomenal job. There's some things that, of course, they have to clean up, but we're just going to talk about the dream period. We're talking about the dream period. That's it. All the other stuff, we'll save that for another time. But right now, we're talking about the dream. Let's get into it. But most of the time, what I do, guys, you're already in here. I like to give a little bit of a sound for a little bit while I get more people in the building. So while I do that, let's go ahead and just get a little bit of tunes going on. Let me turn it down a little bit because it tends to pop up midway, which is high. So let me give it to you from 25. Let's go here. So let's give some people, some more people time to get in here. I said that I was coming on at 5. I ended up coming on now, which is a little bit early because it gives me a little bit of time to then be prepared for the Indiana Fever game a little bit later. So that's why I'm here. And there's my other stand for what I really need. Guys, I'm going to kind of take my face off for a second and get my other stand for my phone. So, well, as a matter of fact, this is fine. I'll just have to go with it like this. What's going on? I'm going to be talking to what's going on Instagram, what's happening TikTok, everybody come into the building. If you are over there on TikTok and you want to have a rule of engagement with my fans, please do me a favor. Come in over to CourtVision with SoPrettyToni on my YouTube channel. And please, by all means, come in and hit the like button. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, the graphics, everything that I have going on over here, please, by all means, come on over. When you come over, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Then once you subscribe, you're going to see a notification bell. When you see the notification bell, please hit the notification bell because that notification bell will notify you every time I go live. Please come on through, enjoy. As you can see, we are basically on the let me reshape this here a little bit over here on Instagram. Look at that CourtVision. Guys, you can't tell me my artwork isn't stellar. You can't tell me that it is not stellar. Let's see. We're live. We're going to get some people in over there soon. All right. Yes. So I got the audio over there muted. So you guys can't quite hear me. If you can hear me, if you over there on Instagram, go ahead and put a comment. Put a number 1 in there. But yes, you can hear me. I know you all can hear me over here on TikTok. But please make sure you come into the building. Hit the like button. Guys, my artwork is not over here on TikTok, but it is definitely over here on Instagram, and it is more visible on YouTube. So come on over to YouTube to CourtVision with SoPrettyToni and get some of this good commentary. But as we roll into the building, as you guys can see what's going on, Goon the Shooter, I'm going to go ahead and say hi to a few people that are coming into the building while we go ahead and get more people in here. I hope you're enjoying the tunes in the background. Let me know if it is too loud. If it's too loud, put a star. No, if it's A1, put a star. If not, just go ahead and send me one of them little thumbs down, and I'll go ahead and I will turn the tunes down. But I think this is at a right model tone. Right here, I know when Big Girl come in here, she says it's a little too loud. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it down a little bit more. Right? I have it at 25. Usually it's at 50. But there you go. I'll put it at 17. I think that's an astonishing style. Hey guys, as you come into the chat over here on TikTok, make sure this is commentary. So I am giving a little bit of commentary from the game that's going to be played. And I probably, what I did not do, and I will do that next time, but the title in which we're talking about the Atlanta Dream mid-season report card from my perspective, not from anyone else's perspective. It is coming from my perspective. It is the mid-season report card of the Atlanta Dream. This is the live reaction, and you're gonna, and then we're also going to talk about playoff outlook, what the perspective is of the Atlanta Dream, and this is all the perspective of CourtVision with SoPrettyToni. Please don't leave. Don't leave. Some people coming in, they rocking in, they say they're going to come back a little bit later, but this is the perspective of CourtVision with SoPrettyToni. I think they get to see all my Atlanta Dream stuff all over the place. Hey, by all means, this is what we're doing. This is how I'm rocking. This is how I'm coming, y'all. This is how I'm coming. Now let's say hi to everybody in my chat that has arrived thus far. We got Jackie, U4V. Look, Jackie been in here at 3:42 because Jackie saw that I was coming on at 4 o'clock, and I want to say thank you for coming, Jackie, to the building. Again, those that are over here at Instagram, if you're not going to give comments over there, please come on over to YouTube. This here is to get everybody over to YouTube, so you can come on over to my channel, join in, and go ahead and converse with my chat. My chat is actually a pretty nice live chat. Hey, we're not all here to agree. We are here to agree to disagree at times as well, but we just want to be respectful all at the same time. I have to put that out there because the disrespect and the discourse does not take place in this particular chat. I'm not sure what you do in other chats. That's not my concern what you do in other chats. But do know when you come in this chat, I need everybody to be respectful. But again, everybody does not have to agree. We can agree to disagree, and we're not going to be disrespectful to the W players by calling them names outside of the norm of what they're supposed to be. And I'm going to say this, guys, for the last time. Respect is much needed. We have a lot going on in the world right now where we don't need to have infighting on silliness. But again, come on over. Let's have some great conversation. The conversation, again, is about Atlanta Dream mid-season report from my perspective. Hey, let's get back to it. We got June Brown in the building. I'm glad you're here, June Brown. We got, look at here. We have Carissa Jesus in the building. We turn around. We got Cedric Thomas. I'm glad you're in the building, Cedric Thomas. Thank you for coming in. My man Van is always rocking steady. We got Goon the Shooter. Hey, Goon the Shooter, I am so glad you are here. Glad you are here. You're alive and well, Goon. Goon, I'm going to tell you, Goon, don't be cussing folks out, okay? And we cuss the folks out in the chat. I'm just gonna say that. We have Stephen Love in the building. Who else we got? We got Shirley Kimbrough. We got Reginald Banks. It says clown ass boss boom blocked. Okay. I guess somebody got blocked already. Don't know who it is. Then we get or you know what? Probably talking about the last chat, guys. I was live over there on another channel. We also have Full Court Trio. Please, if you're not a member or a subscriber over there, please go over there as well. Check out Full Court Trio. Myself, Keisha, and I, we just did a segment. Hey, I want you to go over there, and once you click on any video on playback, when you go to watch a video on playback, or even once you finish watching the video, do me a favor, go to that video and hit the three. There's going to be 3 buttons, guys. 3 buttons. There's 3 buttons on there. It's next to the thumbs up, thumbs down, and the arrow next to it. There's 3 buttons. You hit those little 3 dots. Those 3 dots going to give you a drop down, and on that drop down, you're going to see something that says hype. Hype the video. Hit that button, hype the video. What that does is it gets me in the algorithm, so that way you guys get to see me right on time much more quickly and all those things, all that jazz. I would like to see that take place. We're going to start doing this, and you know what? I'm going to add one more entity, a part of my show, which is going to be my Facebook. So let me add my Facebook on there. Okay. And those are only available for scheduled games. I get that. That's fine. I can go do my thumbnail a little bit later, as long as I add them. So I'm adding my Facebook on there too, guys, so people can just kind of see. You come in the building, you hang out, you rock with me. It's super easy. We're just gonna talk basketball shop. Want to talk basketball shop? Come on over to CourtVision with SoPrettyToni. Again, we got Goon in. We already talked. We got Goon in here. We got Tim Taylor in the building. Also, okay, is it still too loud? Shirley Kimbrough, you turn it down a little bit more. I got a star in here because Goon gave me a star. He said it's good. Maybe it was after I turned it down. Who else we got in the building? Green Thumb, what's up, Green Thumb? I see you. Carlos is in the building. Says, man, what a performance last night, alongside some other great games by other WNBA players this season. I'm full of the fact and aware of that. Yes, basketball is on the rise for the W, and that's why I'm here to talk about it, to actually shed some light on other players. We all got stars. We all got our favorites. But we also want to make sure we're highlighting the W in the whole. But thank you for coming in the building. If you're not a member, go ahead, please become a member. Hit the like button as well. When you come in the building, hit the like button. It's important to hit the like button. We got She Wins. Who else we got in the building? Guys, come on pouring in. And I know because I am a little bit early, I am kind of trying to take in my time before I get started. Try to give some more people a little bit of a notice to come on in early. And because I am here early. Hey, while we do that, let me say hi to my people over here at TikTok. I see KJ is joined. We got Barbara in the building. We got Lisa Love in the building. Bang Bang in the building. Who else we got? We got Noah Rodriguez. Safari Yao is in the building. Mary is in the building. User 96502900553 is in the building. Who else we got? We got new to this one is in the building. Hey, as you all come in the building, we got Lady P in the building, who joined. Gotta Love Ella is in the building. Black Ice is in the building. Phantom is in the building. Jimmy Rodriguez, I see you. We got Emily Danu in the building. Thomas. Connection, Tulsa. So everybody that's in the building, confirmation 202, Steve. Hey, as you all in the building, there's so many that I've missed so far. As you all come in the building, please do me a favor. Put some hearts in there. Put some hearts. Run the hearts up over here on TikTok. I need the hearts. Kind of get that rolling. hit the hearts. Go ahead and tap it up. Tap, 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 tap. I want to see some taps, or else I'm going to get ready to click this off. I think this is great that you guys are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Those that are new, this is my business TikTok. I want to make sure this is for my streaming. This is my streaming TikTok for CourtVision. So make sure, just as you see my name over here on TikTok, is also the same thing over there in YouTube, and also the same thing on Instagram. So follow all social media platforms, so that way we can all rock together at the same time. But it's extremely important. Extremely important. Will I be on Instagram and TikTok every single time? More than likely, hit or miss. Why? Because I need you guys to come on over. I need y'all to come on over to YouTube and enjoy the engagement. The engagement over here is beautiful. We got a Gregory in the building. Gregory Steele is in the building. Who else do we have? Who else we have? Come on over. Come on over. Red Rover. Red Rover. Let's get into it. So let's shift this for a second. Just a little tad bit. Now let's get into it. When we get ready to get into it, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna turn the sound almost next to nothing. And so it's a fade. There we go. We got just a fade sound. Of course, my guys, my audience over here on Instagram. Instagram is here, it gets to hear the whole full-fledged. TikTok, I'm gonna figure out how to connect you guys. That way I don't have to have you on separately, and it's all from one fell swoop. When I go live, it hits all platforms and go live at the same time. Also, Facebook, you are connected to here as well. Facebook, friends, fair weather friends, people that's just passing through, come on over to CourtVision with SoPrettyToni and come check me out over here on YouTube. Now, again, we are having a live reaction right now. We are going to go ahead and talk about the Atlanta Dream milestone report card from my perspective, and my perspective only. Don't think I've taken this from anywhere else. I've been watching the Dream for quite some time. I watched them last year, even before Angel Reese was picked, which was the biggest pickup for this season when it came to movement of players in the league. It was by far one of the biggest pickup, one of the best moves that was made, and biggest pickup there was. Some people beg to differ, but we're all entitled to our own opinion, right? But again, we're going to give a little bit of a live reaction based on some of the things we've seen thus far from the Dream this season. Also give a playoff outlook of what we think. In chat is going to be an interaction where I'm going to have some conversations with you all too as well in regards to this, because I'm inquiring minds and I want to know. I want to know what you know. I want to know what your thoughts are. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep it perspective. We're going to keep it clean. If my boy MSL roll into the building, which I'm sure he will, we will get him going. At the same time, I think I gotta, ooh-wee, look at this already. Let me scroll on down. Let me scroll. I think I got a little something just is right. All right, y'all. Look at this. Let's go on in. Let's give my thanks. Let's give my thanks. Right. So here's what I'm going to do for you guys over here on TikTok. I'm going to have my headphones on, but I'm also going to put the speaker on so you can kind of hear everything that is happening. Are we good on that? I think you guys should be able to hear now. If you can hear and you are in here, go ahead and hit a thumbs up or send me like a yes. Why for yes, that you can hear everything that's going on. That's the whole point of having this. And then just giving a clean sound. That way you guys can kind of hear all the interactions. We just gave a thank you to Carlos. Thank you so much, Carlos, for the $10 super chat. Look, we haven't even gotten started yet, and I got a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Carlos. Carlos says, all love, Queen. I'm just a fan. If basketball is general, I've been watching women's basketball since Dawn Staley played for the Philadelphia Stars in the WABL. It was a pro league prior to the WNBA. You are my man, Carlos. Guess what? I watched them too. Therefore, you know my sister, Clarissa Davis Ricefield, who won the last championship for the ABL. You know who I'm talking about. Forehead Clarissa. Anyway, I can call her that. Don't you call her that? But yes, this is indeed, in fact, a basketball channel. We believe in talking basketball. Yes, it's Angel Reese, one of my favorites. Yes, but I also have other favorites. I have Angel Reese. I have Paige Beckers. I have Olivia Miles. I have Asia Wilson. I have Allisha Gray. I have Allisha Gray. I have Rhyne Howard. I mean, and the list can go on. I have Breanna Stewart. List can go on. Marina Mabrey has become a hometown favorite for me. I have loved what she's done in the last 2 years. I've been watching her for 3 years now, but the last 2 years, Marina Mabrey has really, really stood out to me, where it has come, where we've gotten to see her just absolutely ball out of control. And that, to me, is what we're here for. And so, Carlos, again, thank you for the $10 super chat. Right off the bat, we got us a super chat. I thank you so much. Who else came in the building since I've been off? We basically have Brian Lewis, who has entered the chat. Thank you, Brian Lewis, for coming in. It is all. What would you say, Goon already? She wins. I just looked it up. That's interesting. I may go. Let's see. Pet Boy Ducks. Oh, I'm not getting into that with you, Goon. I'm like, what's going on? Hey, Felicia, you over here on TikTok. Show them how to run up them hearts, please. Show them how to run up the hearts. Heart it up, heart it up, heart it up. Also, guys, you can be in 2 places at one time. It's super, super easy to be in 2 places at one time. I need some hearts going up over here on TikTok. Go ahead and hit those hearts. Hit them up. Go ahead and run it up. Give me 500. Then I'm going, as a matter of fact, just go on and give me 2K, because the last one I had 2K. Yesterday with Big Girl, between Big Girl and today, Miss D hooked me up. Was it yesterday? No, day before yesterday. It was none other than Big Girl. Big Girl hooked me up. Hey, I see you in the building. We got Roland in the building. We got Joe that came in. Tati that came in the building. Golia that came in the building. There we go. Big Girl, join the chat. Let's go. Big Girl know what to do. Big Girl gonna show you how to do a follow suit. Whatever Big Girl do, you do. Okay? I'm telling you right now. Run it up. Now, let's get into it. Now, I got to go ahead and give my infamous intro, give my opening. Welcome. Come one, come all, from near and far. I am so glad you are here. Those that are close, those that are around the corner, those that's just watching and not engaging, I am glad you're here. I see some good numbers that have come in. While we are doing that, I am going to say this. Welcome to CourtVision with SoPrettyToni. That's for the new ones, and those that are my faithfuls that always come, welcome back to the channel. As you always know, we are here to talk women hoop facts, and this is Fact Check with SoPrettyToni. Nevertheless, this has by far been an up and down roller coaster for the Atlanta Dream, but I think in the end, now that you're gonna have pretty much almost a full team, you got Bree Jones back, which is really, really good. If this is your first time again coming, make sure I am telling you, welcome to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on those notification bells. It is that little bell that comes on after you subscribe, so you're notified every time I drop. And we are just going to talk just a little bit about what we've seen thus far in the beginning of this season with the Atlanta Dream. The Dream has reached the midway point for 2026 season, and those with that being said, there's a lot of discussion that we can have, but we're going to discuss just a little bit, something, just a little substance, right? Because then we'll give a full recap at the end of the season when it's all done. and they've played their last basketball game for 2026. We're going to come in, we're going to give a full recap, but this is just mid-season, midway recap right before All-Star. The Dream does have they have one more game tomorrow against Chicago Sky before they get into none other than All-Star weekend moving forward. That'll give them a break, and then they run into All-Star weekend. Those that are All-Stars, as you know, if you're new here, there's 3 players that have made the All-Star team, which is Rhyne Howard, Allisha Gray, and Angel Reese from the Atlanta Dream. They're all on the All-Star team, which will be played next week in Chicago. And I'm going to say this, I still see a lot of ticket sales, Chicago fans. What's going on? Y'all have the All-Star weekend in your city. I know that sometimes we want to have a stance for certain entities, and I'm not gonna get too in depth in there because y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna say this: go enjoy the festivities, have fun, because if you truly enjoy basketball, you're gonna see your favorite that you feel like this guy should have kept. She will be back in town. She is going to enjoy the festivities. She's going to engage with you guys. She's going to go to some of her favorite places that she likes to eat, and just have fun. That's all I'm saying. Enjoy it. Have fun. So the question is, who are the Atlanta Dream really? Who are they really? Tell me, who are the Atlanta Dream really, guys? In your own words, who are the Atlanta Dream? Are they a legitimate playoff contending team? That's what I want to know. That's a good question. Or are they still too many questions heading into the second half of the season? That's the other question. Is it truly without question, is it one of those moments where we're saying that are they playoff contenders, or they still have much to be desired to look forward to when it comes to the Dream as a whole? The overall grade for me personally, I am going, because we've got to see them do some really good things. And I know we can say, oh, we'll give them an A+, but no, I'm going to give them an A-. Why not an A+? And I'm going to tell you why. Because they still got some things that they're working on. And because they still have players that were injured. Now you have a full team. We need to see them run together. I was so glad to see Bree Jones in the building last night, on the floor. Excuse me. She looks extremely healthy, extremely strong. We know that she is on the minute restriction right now. I don't know how many games or how many weeks that she's going to have on those minute restrictions, but I can't wait till she's completely released from restrictions. It was just so good to just see her pop up and show out last night. She did a phenomenal job. As a matter of fact, let's get to the score block, because I do want to engage. Let's see. Let's get to that particular game, which was the last game they played last night. Let's go back. Let's go to the game. And I usually typically will not, we did somewhat of a recap on the Players Club. That is another show that I'm a part of. If you guys aren't familiar with it, please check it out. Again, here over on TikTok, Instagram, please check out Full Court. Check out Full Court Trio. That's one show. I go on that show twice a week. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays. We went today because Thursday I had some emergency work to do, so I was not available. At the same time, this show right here is done on Fridays at 5 o'clock. So Monday through Friday, I am live at 5 o'clock on this channel, CourtVision with SoPrettyToni, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tuesday and Thursday with Full Court Trio. So, and the weekend, I kind of use weekends. If I have something extra that I want to come and talk about, I jump on, I get in the live. But it is important that I need you guys to make sure that you're engaged. Be engaged. How you doing, Tracy? Big Girl is in the building. I need you guys to follow along. That's in here on TikTok. Go ahead and run it up. Tell them, Big Girl, give them a description and tell them what they need to do. Tell them what they need to do. They need to hit those, get it up, rise it up as much as you can. But we're going to the box scores. Let's go get back to the box scores. I am there. Let's get it put up here. So let me add it. Let me add it to the screen. Allie, I see you in the building. Allie, if you're not here for great commentary and you're here to sow discourse, I'm going to tell you, sweetheart, this isn't the channel for you. And if you want great engagement with my chat, you probably need to talk about something other than just the one player that you're glazing over. I'm just going to say that. Because otherwise, on this particular channel, you were able to cut free over in Full Court Trio, but on this channel, it's a little bit different. I'm cutthroat over here. I get you up out of here. I knock you out the box, Rick. So I'm just telling you what the engagement needs to be like. I can't tell you what to say, but you're just not going to be disrespectful over here. Let's get into it. I'm going to pull up the box scores. We talk. What's going on, Live, Laugh, Love? I'm glad you're in the building. Super glad you are here. It's the one right before you. And we got Alice at Court says Toni. Alice and Andrew Reese fan. He don't want Lexi Brown on the team. I know, that's what I'm saying. Why we talk about Lexi Brown, man? I want Lexi Brown. That's a good add-on. I saw before. I'm not talking about it. We ain't even talking about that with no age. We talk about Lexi Brown. Like, why are you hating on Lexi Brown? Lexi Brown's a good player. Lexi Brown's good, Allie. That's what I'm saying. Like, what we talking about here? No, we're not saying that Allie's being disrespectful to anybody in the chat. We're talking about she's being disrespectful to Lexi Brown. She wins. Lexi Brown's a good player, right? Allie, these are all jokes. Don't take it personal. We're not swiping left. We're not swiping left. Allie, don't go there, Allie. We good, Allie. I'm saying we are on the Lexi Brown. We're on Lexi Brown, Allie. Respond, Allie. Look, why do you have such discourse for Lexi? That's what I'm talking about. Why you have discourse for Lexi? Why you have discourse for Lexi? Lexi's a good player. Tell me why. Like, I want to know, because I'm talking to Allie. Allie, I want to know what's your beef with Lexi Brown? Why you don't like her? What's your beef? The takeout beef with Lexi Brown, Allie, is what I'm asking. All the players, Goon. Listen, y'all. I'm talking to Goon. I'm talking to Allie right now. Allie is in the chat, and Allie don't want Lexi Brown. I think they were talking about Lexi Brown possibly being added to a team, and she don't like, she going at it. She don't like Lexi Brown, and that's why I'm like, why we talking discourse? We want to talk. Like, tell me what about her game, Allie, is what I want to know. Said, because she is not a good player. What does that mean? Like, not a good player in what sense? Tell me what part of her game is, because I told you, there's gonna be chat engagement too. Tell me what part of her game is a problem for you. Like, you gotta explain to me so I can understand you, because I don't understand you right now. I don't understand what your problem is with Lexi Brown. She is a good player. Big Girl say Lexi B. so tell me, Allie. MSL, some people don't think Lexi Brown is a stiff and should be out of the league. So let me put this up so I can see a little bit better. He says some people think that Lexi Brown is a stiff and shouldn't be in the league. But if you're asking us why she came up today, I don't know. No, I'm not asking why she came up. I'm asking why Allie thinks that she's terrible. Let's see. I'm talking to Allie. Allie said, besides she battling some type of illness right now. Okay, that's one. No perimeter defense whatsoever. All right, now we talking a little bit of something. I think that she's a step slower, and it's probably because of what she's battling, and she's in and out, right? Because she was waived from Storm, correct? So let's see, how can I word this? No, we don't want to. I'm gonna say this: we don't want on a dream. We don't want on a dream. Hey, Goon, she could go on your Sky. She could go on your Sky team, but if she goes on your Sky team, Goon, you got to let go Sydney Taylor. What about that? Courtside Tony, Lexi Hall getting love from Indiana, and Lexi Brown. What do you say? And Lexi Brown do the same thing, but does even better than Lexi Hall getting love for. Well, I'm gonna say this, Goon. Well, look, I gotta put my hands up here for that one, because Lexi Hall can give you 30 minutes in a game and give you 2 points. But guess what? That is CC's best friend, and don't you talk about Lexi Hall, Goon. Let's talk about Lexi Hall. But that's a good take, Allie. That's why I was asking, like, where was it coming from? So, like, yeah, for me, you got to explain it to me, like, especially if I hadn't seen you talk about her before. I mean, maybe in another space you have, but I wasn't in that other space. But in this space, like, I'll have to know why. Like, what's the reason why? No, Rachel. No, don't give up Rachel. You can get rid of Rachel Bam Bam, but don't nobody want her right now. You want Lexi Hall to come. What position is she gonna play? You got Sydney Taylor that's killing in the spot over there, but then you turn around and you already have a bunch of point guards, such as J.C. Sheldon, Natasha Cloud, Courtney Vandersloot, and last but not least, Skylar Diggins. you got 4-5 point guards, and from the shooting guard, you're supposed to have Bam Bam that's supposed to come in and fill the void for Sydney Taylor, because, however, it's just not happening for her. But then Jaquez, what you gonna do with that? So you got to move around, but away from Chicago. I'm just saying. I'm away from Chicago. Let's get back into business. Wave Rachel Bam Bam. Ain't nobody raised no Rachel Bam Bam. You want Lexi Hall because you probably glazing. Hey, Allie, Goon is probably glazing on Lexi because he probably thinks that she's like another player that's over there on the Aces. Not saying no name. I'm just saying. His other favorite player. So y'all got to know, when you fooling with Goon, Goon is in here to talk about his favorite player and his favorite player only. So just know that. Goon, we know what you're up to. It says the Dream doesn't need Lexi Brown because she can't stay healthy, and our perimeter defense will be worse with her on the team. When is the last time Lexi Brown played a complete season in the W? Well, you hear me? I went silent on that. So I went silent. Russell, I went completely silent. You know why? Because it's been a long time coming since she has played a full season in the W. It's a long time coming that she's played a full season. And this season, it didn't have anything to do with her playing a full season. They just cut her. Zia Cook was playing better. So it was her, Zia Cook. And of course, you went with her because Zia Cook can give you some defense. What's going on, big dog? I see you in the building. Says good evening, people. We see you. What's happening? What's happening? Goon love bench champions. Dang. I'm sorry, I had to laugh at that one. That's for you, Goon. Big girl that told you what it is. He said you like bench champions. No, hey, she is a shooter, but we need someone with that. We need someone who can. Let's see, it slid up. Hold on, my feed is going fast. There it goes. It says we need someone who can stay healthy. I agree, Russell, 100%. I agree. And they still cut her. So what does that mean? Oh, that's MSL going at it with Goon. Lexi Brown just recently had 28 points last month or May. What? Man, that's been a long time. That must have been in April because I believe she was let go at the beginning of May. Anyway, Goon, stop it. Storm taking. I mean, they say Storm tanking. That's why they cut her. She scored 28 and said, hell nah. Goon is stupid. Stop it. Yeah, she was like going May. It wasn't June, Goon. It wasn't June. She was like going May sometime. Anyway, moving right along. But I did ask the question. I wanted y'all to answer, but let's put this up here because I said I was going to put it up. And I went wide with it versus in the box. I could put it in the box. Let's put it in the box. There we go. We'll put it in the box so that way you can see it a little bit better. I'll slide myself over. Let's get my box in tune here. And if it's too small, guys, then I will go back to the other one in just a little bit. But there we go. Back to it. And we know we call them the twins. We got the twins. We got Angel and Hillmon, who had a phenomenal game last night. Let's see. Happy Saturday in chat. What's going, Tony in chat? What's going on, Mary? I am glad you're in the building. Maybe you can get Goon to have some sense in there glazing. They said he glazing. Big girl said he glazing bench champions. So let's talk about the twins for a second. Yeah, as MSL. It said it's the Thunder Twins. We got the Thunder Twins and Angel and Naz. Naz came out firing on all cylinders last night, and you have got to give her props. We talked about Naz extensively about where is she? Naz, where are you? Naz had some games where she had 2 points, none. Then she had a 17-point game. This is her highest scoring game this particular season. She had another game where she had 15 points. But for the most part, I would say out of the full 25 games that they've played thus far, she has had maybe 5 games where she, and I could be mistaken, but maybe 5 games at best where she's hit double figures. And so it was a struggle, but we also got to realize that Naz has been injured. She has been injured, and while being injured, she gave us the best that she could, considering Bree Jones was unable to, even though she was injured. So I like what's happening with Naz. I think the comfortability in this game was much easier for her because she didn't have pressures on her. Sometimes when you feel the pressure is on, or you have folks that when you're the one that they need to count on the most, things can get a little gloomy and hazy. But right now, the fog has cleared. Bree Jones is back, and she was able to play much more relaxed. We're putting up a perfect game, 8 for 8 from the field, 4 4 from the 3-point line, and 4 4 from the free throw line. You couldn't ask for anything better than that. She did have 2 turnovers. We got to understand that in the midst of a play, when you're getting a rebound or something like that, we'll take Angel, for example, right? Angel got foul number 5 because she went to snag down a rebound, and it was, I believe, Allisha Gray and someone from Toronto that was battling it out. And because Angel got the board, they called Angel for the foul, which Angel was like, huh? What are you talking about? And then they went to shoot free throws in that manner. I'm going to say, I just think it's crazy. It says, man, I missed the notification again. No, you didn't miss the notification, Sierra. I appreciate you. Look, I came on an hour early. Well, put it this way, 46 minutes early. I was supposed to come on at 5, but I came on early so I could give myself a little bit of time before the Fever game tonight. So for those that are here that think people hate Fever, if we hated Fever, we would not call the Fever game. We are not calling the Fever game for haterism or anything like that. Just be clear. We are here to watch a really good game. We're here to see if Anetscu and Clark can kind of battle it out have a shootout, right? It's the Wild Wild West over there, and I typically want to see a shootout in this game since that's where we were last night. I want to see if tonight will be another shootout. That's where I'm at with it between those two, but also I want to be able to see Jacqua Jones step it up and also Brianna Stewart just have a really good game. If I could see all of that happen, I'm cool. We know what Mitchell's going to bring to the table, so I don't even have to mention Mitchell's name, and I don't have to mention Boston's name because those two are very extremely consistent players. They may not give you a full 20 every game, but they're very effective and they do well. So, and I'm not saying anything less than that of Caitlin. I just want to see a shootout. Can you produce the second game in a row, the projection in which you did the night before? Sometimes that's not the case. I'm there just to kind of see a really good game. I think it's going to be a good game. This will either put New York in a place to where they can try to win a game, see if they can dig themselves out of a hole, or will they let the Fever continue on? We don't know. We're going to find out tonight at 7 o'clock. Also, you got Minnesota, who has the best record in the league at 19-6. They too play at 7 o'clock. I would love to call that game, but I think it'd be difficult to have both those games on at the same time when we all kind of help each other in the same community call the games. And then also 30 minutes later, you have the Valks and Washington. Can the Valks keep on their winning streak and win yet another game, right? Because they're 18-7 while Minnesota is 19-6. You would almost have the Velks win and Minnesota lose for that to essentially be a tie. But even if it ended up happening, Minnesota would still be the number one team, 5-point spread. It is what it is. We shall see. We'll move forward. It says Big Dog said she's not going for 40 twice, especially against my Liberty. I know, Big Dog, that's your team. And you got, hey, Big Dog says he got words for y'all. Don't y'all talk about his Liberty team. I just want to see a shootout because Anetscu, with her being back, she has done a pretty good job. You got to get everybody on the same page, though. Got to get everybody on the same page, Big Dog. I hope you talk to your people. And, yeah, Valk's cooking right now. I think they'll win tonight. They should definitely win tonight. That will definitely push Washington to 12-12, unless they surprise them. You know, they've had given some people some surprises. Someone was being a smart ass, or I was like, yeah, you know, you guys couldn't even beat Washington. You couldn't beat the Storm. Hey, rough game, rough run. It is what it is. my dream got their ass whooped 5 games in a row before they won one. And I'm okay with that. Why? Because we live to fight another day, and we do have the second half of the season. So with having the second half of the season, can everybody bring to the table what they brought down the stretch of this first part of the season, which of course is when everybody started getting red hot. Oh, CC load managing tonight. Dexter says she load managing tonight. Valks are 5-0 all time versus the Mystics. All right, I hear you. I hear you. Welcome to the building. Go ahead and hit the like button. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. So you don't think that the likes of them, if they play bets, and I'm asking you this, Brox, I'm asking you this because if bets play, Shakira and Beth on the floor together, even Kiki on the floor as the 3. If they went with that lineup, would you say the same? I just want to know. I want to know. But we know where they are with them as 5-0 last year. I'm really concerned about just this year because some teams have been surprised by some players, by some teams. Some teams you thought were supposed to win aren't winning. Some teams you thought that were supposed to be in a slump are actually doing well. We have literally 3 young teams, right? You have Washington, you have Dallas, and you have Connecticut. They're all young teams. So if you take Bree Jones and Allisha Gray out the lineup for the Dream is a young team. Those are 2 older players. That's it. So you have quite a few young teams here. It's just adding to those teams for them to be better as the drafts are happening. What can you pull? Who would be the best player for what team and how they're gonna make their mark? Mystics making the playoffs. They just might. Just might. Don't know. But let's get back into this scoreboard. We talked about none other than our little towers, our little twins. They're doing their thing. The Thunder Twins you have Thunder Twins who put up a powerhouse last night. And yes, you look at it, you go, oh, well, Angel had 5 turnovers. Well, 2 of them they called from snag. One they snapped from snagging a rebound, and the other one, Angel's like, how? Like, you got to be kidding me. Those are equated as turnovers instead of it being like a blatant foul. If your arm, your elbow, anything hits somebody in the neck above, regardless of the fact that she was clearly nowhere near the play other than trying to get the rebound, and the player happens to be, is pushed up underneath her and her hand hits her, then all of a sudden it's a foul. So that foul actually becomes a turnover. What was the other one? No, that was one. And then another one, that one that I just explained, I'm sorry, that was actually a foul, but it was another one where they said that she hit the player and she did not. And that's where she got that. It equates to a turnover. Then if you get 3 seconds in the lane or you set a bad screen, all of those become turnovers. So we talk about how the turnovers are mounting up for like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. Who else? There's another person that just turns the ball over a lot. But those 2 are the first ones, of course, that's going to come to mind because they're 1 and 2, right? And so when you're thinking about them, you think of some of how the turnovers just absolutely accumulate for them in this aspect. Some of them are just natural turnovers where they're just giving it out. And then others are just other little reasons as to why they're saying that it's a turnover. But let's continue the engagement over here. I see you, TikTok. I see you guys rolling the building. Hey, keep running it up. Kevon, thanks for coming. Kevon Johnson. We got Kevon Johnson in the building over there. Hey, run it up. Put them hearts in there. We got eyes wide open is in the building. Hey, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Ronnie, we have Ronnie Dipsy in the building. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Who's next? Now, so we talked about the Thunder Twins, and we get into Gray. Look, people look at Gray and they look at how old she is and think that, when is she gonna slow down? Gray needs it. But we be on Gray's head about defense. She plays hard. And guess what? Because she plays hard, there's some instances where I have to give her a little bit of a slack. I got to give her a little bit of slack because she plays so hard. And when the team needs a bucket, she gets a bucket. MSL says Angel gets most her turnovers in the weirdest way. Very few are actually live turnovers. Exactly. That's what I was saying in reference to that for sure. We got to start figuring out how they can take that. I can't explain it. I just think it's a real weird sentiment that they're doing that. However, we get back into this, like back to Gray. I think that because Gray plays so hard and when we need a bucket, we can always get a bucket out of her, no problem. No problem. I think when the Dream plays the way that they played last night, which we also got to see them play against the Fever the last two times, where they shared the ball real well, they rotated well, they got in the gap, they didn't allow themselves to just choke up on the threes like game one this season of the Dream. Of the Fever game. They absolutely just did not know what to do with themselves. They did it. They did it. Fever just was out there having a field day. So they went to the drawing board, they looked it over, they came back, and they said, no, we got you. We got you. We ain't going to put up that many threes. We're going to attack the rim. We're going to get to the cup. We're going to do a lot of different things that will pretty much kind of sustain and help a little bit and muddy the waters by being intentional on defense. See, if you're doing that, I think you're in a better position defensively. And so I think that that's always a plus. This is the team that we saw last night, even though they still had some shooting woes where they were way under by half, but then they turned it around and it ended up shooting, what was that, 50, what did I say, 55%? Yep, 55% last night. Even the three-point shooting still wasn't that great, but 32% is better than 13% that we've been seeing from them, right? And you will hope that this will change. And that also stemmed from Naz going 4-4 from the three-point line. Howard being 7-0. As I said, take it away from the three-point line, Howard. Take it away from the three-point line and give us something else. What's going on, Mr. Besties? I'm glad you're here. We got BZU's in the building. Angels in the house. Keep going, y'all. Keep racking it up. Hitting them hearts. Get them hearts. 45, 10-4, and they want you to do it again the next day. Yeah, that's what basketball players do. That's what basketball players do, real money. That's what basketball players do. You come in, whether you put up 45, they still expect you to come in and do numbers, right? Because people talked about the trash way that the Dream played when they played those 5 games in a 6-day span, and they expected them to do the same every single game. They did not have the best shooting night. They shot terribly, right? But even those that did give you numbers didn't give you the same numbers every single time. But this is that stretch where everybody has to play back to back to back to back. And this just happens to be the Indiana Fever stretch. What Stephanie White did was she split it up, right? When they started this trip right here, they said, what we going to do is, Boston, you going to play a game? CC, you going to play a game. That gave them a rest on those 2 games. That was, I think it was 1 day apart. Now you're doing a back-to-back, which also I think they had like two days rest. Then they played, and now they're playing back-to-back. And you put up for it, and then you say rest. No, a game's a game. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Everybody complain, well, whoop wop the bam, but when it's really time to test the waters, we're not getting that. We want to see basketball at its finest. We want to see what you're made of in the tough moments such as this. We're not using anything else for an excuse. At least I don't. We have to play inside out, plain and simple. Absolutely. As you know, Dexter, every time we play inside out, this is what the numbers look like. It always looks good. Your post players doing all the damage. It allows them to attack that middle when players, like I said, when team goes to zone, because Sandy she absolutely loved to play zone against particular players. And when they do that, I mean, particular teams and players she doubled. Particular teams, when she know that there's a high volume shooting, outside shooting team, she will show man and then pop into a zone. And she'll spin and do zone for the most of the game. But when she realized that that wasn't working, she had to come out of that zone in the fourth quarter and play man-to-man, because it absolutely did not work for MSL. Let's see, before MSL, it was a 1 and 3. See, CC is playing today. Okay, so CC is playing today. Okay, cool. Then Angel AR5 has a turnover in the paint in the first quarter. Oh, she had a turnover in the paint in the first quarter. Yeah, we remember. And she had, I guess you're saying at the end, she had one on an attempting fast break. Yes, we got that one. So that, well, we know for sure. We know her actual, I mean, we could call them out. We just know that some of them that she got is always for something that they're just calling just to call, that is really silly. And all teams are getting this. So I'm not going to just say that it's just her. A lot of people are getting a lot of crazy call typos. She had one. Yeah, I know what you meant. A lot of teams are getting some silly calls. Even some of the other Fever players get some crazy calls. But I'm going to be 100% honest with you, and I'm sorry, you Caitlin Clark fans. I'm really sorry. But there's a lot of calls that CC get that even aren't true calls. And it's like, well, no, the ref called it, so it is a call. Let's be honest. When players that deserve a call don't get a call, do you fight the battle for those players? Do we hear you? Do we hear you fighting for those players in the chat? No, we don't. Y'all don't get to see that twice in 2 days. Gotta wait. Gotta wait on it. Hey, it is what it is, but do know when we're spilling out notions that she broke a record, she didn't break a record. There's other players this year, 3 others to be exact, that scored 40-plus points. Paige scored 44. No, most don't run it back to back like that. Real Money, you know that. Real Money, don't nobody put 45 up back to back. Not in 2 days. 2 days, 2 games, 45 and 45. No, that doesn't happen. But riddle me this. If she doesn't get 19 free throws and she gets 10, does she have 45? No. So I mean, let's be real with it. When we're talking real business, let's talk real business. Stewie's going to get going for 30 tonight. You think she's going for 30 tonight? I want to see Bree Naz. Let's see, with 10 assists and 4 steals and 6 threes. That may be the case, but it just doesn't happen all the time. Can't take your time and enjoy the game. Real Money. And I'm talking to Real Money right now, y'all. Real Money, enjoy it. I mean, I like the fact that that's what she was able to do. But we're talking about if you don't give phantom calls and you just give the right calls that are supposed to be made and not calls just because. Does that happen is what I'm saying. We saw the same thing with free throws from Asia for the 53. Well, let's say this, Real Money, right? Because I just watched the first half of the game. I still got the second half of the game to watch. there were some calls made that just shouldn't have been made. And I saw that game where Asia put up 53. In that entire game, there was only 3 whistles, in that game that the refs could have just swallowed the whistle. The rest of those, Asia went to the free throw line, those were absolutely true fouls. But there was 3 calls, because I knew this question was going to come up. There's 3 calls that the refs could have swallowed the whistle for and not blown. Only 3 out of that whole game. That's facts right there. That's factual. Andrew Wilson is an inside player. CC is a jump shooter. It doesn't matter. We're talking about, oh, no, I guess he's talking to, what's his name? So in the paint, right? And so I know where you're going with that, Dexter. Here's where Dexter's going with that, Real Money in chat. Also, everybody else that's watching. What's going on, Michael? I'm glad you're in the building. Thanks for joining. Hey, hit the heart. Come on over to CourtVision with SoPrettyToni. We got some good conversation going over here in the chat. Where he's going with that is when you in the paint, and this even for guards that are slashing to the paint, right? If it's cloggy in there, almost 9 times out of 10, a whistle is going to be made, which in fact, Real Money, you should know this, right? Because you talk basketball all the time. Hey, SoPrettyToni chat. What's going on, Ready Milky Way? I'm glad you're in the building. I know I came on an hour early. Don't shoot me in the foot, okay? I came on an hour early because I want to be able to get off probably about 6 so I can have a break, go get some dinner and all that before the 7 o'clock Fever game. Because we are going to call the Fever game on the Players Club. And so, let's see, 45 with 10 assists and 4 steals. Never been done. Real Money. Can we stop gloating for a second? Just for a second. I'm asking you for a second. You gloating on the same thing. I've seen you say that the whole time in the other chat. You're saying it again. We are talking just pure basketball. We're talking pure basketball. Can you be real for a moment? Your name is Real Money. Real Money. Let's be real for a moment. We're talking about post player versus guard. Let's keep it real for a second. Keep it real for a second. Great job. She had 45, 10, and 4, 6, or whatever it was. Great job. But how many turnovers did she have in that? Let's talk real for a second without the glazing. Talk real basketball. Because it's about 5. It's about 5 of you guys I see on my channel. And don't get me wrong, talky-ish, right? But at some point, when do we get to talk about real basketball and acknowledging others? You guys only talk about one player. You only talk about one player. Is that your notion, to go to everybody's channels that don't just gloat on just Cece, to go in their chats and just talk about just her? If you are a real basketball fan, let me hear you talk about somebody else. I'm just asking a question because I haven't seen it done. I'm trying to see when I see that in you. Real Money. What you just came in here and said, I don't know if you're talking to someone in the chat, but if you're talking about me, we've already said the number 1 and number 2 turnover queens is the 2 ladies in which y'all are talking about right now, Angel and Cece. It doesn't matter who's first and who's second. They both at the top of the chart. So let's get another narrative. It took a whole team to win. Mitchell carried the team in the first half. Yes, Mitchell did. Like, let's give Mitchell her props. Let's give Boston her due diligence in the paint. Or Boston, I'm sorry, Boston was out. Let's give Billings, is who I meant. Let's give Billings her due diligence, because Billings has not been known this season thus far to give a performance like that. This is Billings' highest performing scoring game this season. I like that, but at the same time, let's give those other players props. Like when I talk about Indiana Fever, I want to talk about all the players. I don't want to spend the whole time being just listening to people be misogynistic and only talking about one. It gets to a point where people will eventually start timing you out because they want to talk basketball and they can't talk real political basketball because it always comes down to just, you could be talking about Asia. Somebody come in the chat, CC. You could be talking about Marina Maber, CC. You could be talking about freaking, I don't know, Brianna Stewart. CC. Stop it, y'all. This is why this girl is getting away with murder. I said that. She's getting away with murder. She's getting away with murder, slapping people. Like I said on the other channel, she slapped the taste out of Thomas mouth before the missed call that everybody and the Republicans went in an uproar about. All of it is a foul. All of it is a flagrant. We got to be in here and talk about basketball, man. It comes to a point, we've been going through this for 3 years. When is it that we can just talk real basketball? I want to talk real basketball. I want to engage with my chat. But I don't want to engage with my chat because all I see, I'm in here talking about the Atlanta Dream, and we are in here talking about CC 4-10-6. Who cares right now? I don't. Like, I want to engage with you, but I can't engage with you and give you my honesty when we talk about nothing other but than just that. But back to it. Let's see, they don't want to talk basketball because the only goal is to talk CC, regardless of they're real or whether they're real or they're bots. CC is the only thing that counts. Well, I'm going to tell you this. Y'all know what to do. I'm not saying kick anybody out. But even if you just ignore it and get back to what we're talking about at hand, if you ignore them enough, and they can say it every time they talk, chat, that's fine. But let's get to real basketball right now. Let's get back to the teams at hand in which we're talking about. And I'm just going to get back. And it is what it is. Like, but I wanted to bring that up because it's like, well, you know, she's on the panel. She didn't stand focused. My focus today is the chat. It's the chat, talk about basketball, ask y'all some questions. And then it's called engagement. It's called engaging with the chat. It's called giving the chat an opportunity to have a voice. Now, if I turn the chat completely off, then I ain't got to worry about none of it. I could just give my segment and y'all can catch it on playback and you can put comments, right? You'll get to see the show, but the comments won't pop up because it will be blocked. And but basketball is what we are. It says that BD, and he said, you're right, Tony. There are lots of it. Exactly. It's lots of it. Lots of great stuff to talk about. The dream after what we saw yesterday. Plus, you need to get out of there so you can rest. I know I'm gonna need some rest in a little bit. You guys know I have been working this week. I've worked like 3 days till 3 in the morning, and I've had to be back up no later than 6 to get back to work. And so that's why you didn't see me Thursday or Friday. And so you see me today. So we did our Thursday show this morning at 10:30. with Keisha and I, and then I'm doing my yesterday's 5 o'clock show right now. But this was meant to be done today, so we can kind of give our soliloquy on just how well the dream itself is doing, right? And we get into the dream and we talk about the other players. Now, we know that Okot came in the game and she showed flashes. Tell me, chat, and this is engagement for you. Where is it that you see Okot after the break? Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate it. She says, I enjoy your content on WNBA games. Yeah, because that's what we're here for. I think most people are here for actual games. Timothy says, the Dream and Temple game was fired. It was a battle. No craziness. Absolutely. I think that Bigs did such a phenomenal job. And I got to give it up to them, because when you play inside out, you get this. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the bigs have to be the leading scorers. But what it does is it opens it up for the guards to be able to get better looks, more relaxing shots. And I think when they have more relaxing shots and better opportunities to see the court from a broader view, it gives them opportunities to have a 2 or 3-way choice. They could either take the three, they can draw and kick, they can pull up, so actually 4, or they can drive to the basket. So you get to give them those 4 opportunities within the realm of playing inside out for the post players, and I mean for the guards, while the post players are even set in position to also get boards for you. So that 5 out that Smesko likes to run sometimes drives me nuts. And Dred had answered my question. I asked him about Okot and how we think she'll look coming back. But this is what Dred has said. Dred has said, I see Okot and Naz being a formidable pairing off the bench for the rest of the season. Gives Angel and Bree help, and you can't take. No, it says you can take either Leash and Grace, give them some rest. So take them out to give them some rest, exactly off the floor. I think when you do that, you can go with a bigger lineup. Dreadhead, absolutely, it gives you a bigger lineup. I think giving a team a bigger lineup is a plus. Kappa says the starting lineup will remain the same for a while. Bree will come in for Naz, and Medina will come in for Angel. I think that is factual. Why? Because again, Bree Jones is on minute restrictions. The rotation to me, Kappa and Timothy and the rest of the chat, it looked really well. You want to have a really balanced rotation for your bigs, because Angel fouled Izzy. I think that was foul number 4, or was that actual 5? Was that the 5th one? I think that was the 5th one. She absolutely just grabbed Izzy. She's like, nah, I'm tired. And no, you're not going to shoot this. I'm just going to hold you. So, she fouled her, but she fouled in a way that it's a foul and not a flagrant as to what you want to see. Then we get into Timmy says Okot is going to play, and the Dream is going to need her height. Okot has a nice game and learning every game. Absolutely. Absolutely she is, and I'm enjoying it every step of the way. There it says, wow, wow. A player who is her team's primary ball handler has 3 more turnovers than Angel. Y'all. I know, yeah. I'm gonna leave that one there. I posted your deal because I said that it's chat time. So Amy said, hey Tony, let's do a CC stat. Angel Reese has more 2010 games than 97.4% of all players in the W history. Yeah, I did see that. We had quite a few stats up there, but that's not what they want to talk about. They want to talk about a different narrative. I just think that it's good that we do have that up there, and we know that says this will help Okot because she doesn't have to be full focused on, forced in. I agree. She don't have to be forced in. I think Okot coming in and given the minutes. Also, what I think too, with that being said, MSL, is it allows Okot to kind of do what Naz did this last game. Be relaxed, play at ease, and just be herself and don't have to feel pressures, right? I think the pressures come from, okay, I'm a starter, I have to help my team win, I got to do this, I got to do that. Just being able to be relaxed. One thing I want people to notice too, like when Angel starts a game, Angel always assesses the game. She can come out fiery because that's just her. She's a fiery type player. I think that sometimes she's a little too energetic. That causes her early on to get in foul trouble because some of those are actual fouls, and she wants to run it and make sure. There are some that they're calling that just doesn't need to be called because the narrative, you know what it is. To minimize what Angel is doing, I think is crazy as a whole. But moving forward, let's see, no player has ever gotten better not playing. Absolutely. That's why we need to see Okot on the floor. We need to see Okot getting more stuff. More opportunities. Even if she comes for either or, because I think Okot's another one that's like Angel. She can play the 4 to 5. I just think that when she's playing the 5, she gets a little too, as they would say, physical. But physicality is the sport that they're now trying to take out of the game, and we want to try to see if we can reel that back in. So I do believe that. MSL said the reason that the arrival of Bree Jones is such a big deal is because Angel was literally battling 2 or 3 players and getting tired, and our call couldn't keep her on the bench long enough. This helps. Yes, it definitely helps. They'll have you made it to Atlanta. Okay. Now we get into MSL. He says, "Hey Toni, she doesn't have to pressure that she doesn't have the pressure that let me put this up here so because y'all are scrolling, so I'm not gonna put it up here so I can actually see it. It says, "Hey Toni, she doesn't have the pressure that she's the woman, and she fouls out." Exactly. We don't want to mess her up. We don't want her to foul out and mess up the team chemistry all at the same time. We just want to make sure that she becomes balanced. But again, I agree that she has to be put on the floor to work through it, and that's coming from the incident. We want to make sure that we understand that they literally have to make sure that they get her the time on the floor doing particular stretches. And that's the same thing I say about the Mystic with Lauren Betts. I think they're wasting Betts by sitting her on the bench for long periods of time. Between Betts, Okot, and Camilla, they're the tallest players in the league besides Malunga and the other player that they have, our fam. So you name all of those ladies right there, our fam, Malunga, Camilla, Okot, and Betts. Those 5 players are your tallest players in the league. The tallest player in the league. I believe Okot is 6'6", Camilla is 6'7". Or is Okot, let me see, is Okot 6'7"? Let me see. Let's see if they have Okot's height up there. It's taking a minute. She's 6'6". I thought so. Yes. So Okot is 6'6". Camilla is 6'7". Malunga is 6'7". Our fam is 6'5". Someone, I think, Vaje, yeah, you're 6'4". She goes, I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5". She's 6'5". Angel is now, they've announced it and put it in on Team USA. Angel is 6'4". Angel is not 6'3". Angel is 6'4". Angel has since grown. And sometimes, like, we know that she has that rod in her leg, right? So it kind of puts her growth at a slight disadvantage. Who's to say that she may not even grow anymore? She's 24. She's supposed to be at her peak, but sometimes people still grow. So it just depends on the person. We do have the growth chart, as they say in history, when and where you should or shouldn't still be growing. But apparently, Angel grew an inch since being in the W. And so I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. This is the BG. Oh, BG. I'm sorry. BG is tall too. Oh, they do. I'm sorry. Brian Lewis, you're right. I keep forgetting about that lady. I do. She is the absolute tallest player in the W. Thanks for bringing her up, because I completely forgot about her. She's another one that we hardly get to see on the floor. Yes, she is 6'11". She is 6'11". Yes, BG is up there. BG is an old fart, so I kind of tend to kind of slip past BG from time to time. BG is up there as well, Russell. That's right. But when I just forget that big girl in New York, who is the absolute tallest player in the W. So now, thanks for bringing that to my attention. Brian Lewis, don't let me slip. One thing I can say about Brian Lewis, y'all, Brian Lewis don't let me slide with nothing. He don't let me slide with nothing. Brian Lewis be on my head. If I'm no, Tony, that ain't true. And then I gotta go look it up. You know what, Brian Lewis? You're absolutely right. You know what, Brian Lewis? No, it says this. But I like it. I like it. That way we get the corrections out of the way, right? I'm far from being perfect. So we have those moments. Kappa, Nye defense was defense was horrible in college. Angel may grow to 6'5" or 6. Well, let's see, or 6'4.5", considering she grew last year. She might get to 6'5". I could see her getting possibly to 6'5", and that's probably going to be it for her, unless something miraculously happened. I do think that she is still growing, although she's 24. I think she's still growing, and she may tend to get to 6'5". She might get to 6'5". Hell, look at her brother. Her other brother that's older than the two of them. They got another brother that's tall, that's older, and he's big. Angel's 6'4" now. Yes, Angel is 6'4" now. Angel has been 6'4" since the start of the season. She mentioned it during FIBA basketball before the season started, and they still had her capped at 6'3". At some point, they'll change it, but they, sometimes they get in there, set in their ways. Well, this is what's on paper. We're going to keep it like that. Eventually, maybe they'll change it. Anyway, now, that was the chat for a while. But I do, when I talk about where I think that the Dream is, I'm giving them an A-. I am literally giving them an A-. I am not taking away or diminishing their play. I just think that when you add Bree Jones, it can be different. Then you look at, tell me, chat, also, while I'm still here before I take this down, Barlace, give me your assessment on Barlace. Barlace can be up and down. I think that Barlace, like she said, she had to be reminded of why who she is and why she was picked for this team. Because she is truly a bucket getter. She's a very good downhill player. And so that's a big thing for her, also playing a position. Yeah, her siblings are extremely huge. If nobody saw Angel's oldest brother, he was at one of the Chicago games, her first year in the W. And we know we can't mention the baby boy. Y'all see him all the time. He's huge. That boy is tall as heck. You give him a C plus, Tim? That's kind of harsh. That's kind of harsh. A C plus. See, there's an optimistic appraisal given that. Let me put you up here. Let's put you up here. It says it's in case it scrolls, it says it's an optimistic appraisal given that they played an expansion team yesterday. I see where you're going. You want to see them just like I want to see them beat teams like the Lynx, New York. We don't have to say Fever because they're 2-1 against Fever. They will play Fever again for the fourth time later in the month of August. And so they could very well end up being 3-1 or being 2-2. I think that they should have been able to win 2 of the games that they played the Velks. And so they ultimately should have been the same with the Velks. The absence of Bree Jones in those games, even without Bree Jones, they should have won at least 2 of those. But adding Bree Jones to that game helps them, and they win. They win those games, to be honest with you. And so I'm looking at it from a different perspective. I think that they have a chance from an A- perspective. It says if Angel is able to grow an inch with that metal rod in her leg, she may have the possibility to get that rod and screws removed from her leg and foot. She does, but for me, I would rather her keep it in there until she's dwindling down her stint in the league. I think right now you don't bother it, you don't mess with it, you just leave everything as is. That's just me coming from a medical perspective, especially as hard as she play, as dominant as hard as she play. I think it stays in for now. She's been okay. I believe they both is about 6'9". Who's about 6'9"? Let me go back, Brian Lewis, see who you're talking about. Who's about 6'9"? I missed that portion, so it's too much to go back. MSL said, I give the Dream a B plus. I mean, I give him a A minus, which is right there by a B plus. He says, I give him a B plus because let's see. All right, y'all scrolling. Let me get to it. Let me put it up there. It says, I give him a B plus because they waited long enough to bring Bree Jones back without injury. The expansion team played very, 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 very hard and didn't quit. So yeah, I say that too. Angel Brothers. Oh yeah. Well, the baby brother is taller than the oldest one. I am going to tell you that one. He's taller. He's the tallest of the 3. So the baby is the tallest. The baby's the tallest. 1 second, guys. Hold on. Let me take this. I'll let y'all talk for a few seconds. Hold on. All right, sorry, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get into it. So let's see. Hogball says someone always downplaying the dream when they win. The team has veterans on it, so yet, I mean, get that hate out of your heart. Is the Angel Reese brothers' height? Yeah. So their height, like I said before, both of them are not the same height. The baby brother is the absolute tallest. Juju is definitely 6'9". I would have to look up Angel's other brother, but Juju's taller. Juju is the tallest. I saw the other brother and he's up there, but I don't think he's 6'9". He might be 6'7", 6'8". I don't think he's 6'9". But that's just me saying I think. I don't know. So I can't confirm it without looking it up. Brian, you're right. They are. So you looked it up, big girl. They're both 6'9". NBA player 6'9", but be looking. Well, he's still growing, y'all. He's still growing. No telling if that boy don't get to 6'4". Okay, big girl looked it up. Then you're right, Brian Lewis. They both 6'9". I thought one was 6'8", 6'7", 6'9". Okay, so they're both the same height. See, I love these corrections. Thank you, big girl, for looking it up. Yeah, but with Juju, the other brother may be done growing. Juju's still growing. He's a baby still. He's a baby. For some reason, I don't know. I'm gonna look it up here myself. I'm like out of sorts. God dog. Wait a minute. Let's see. Because the other brother, I think they said played overseas. I don't know if he's still playing. He played overseas for us. As Tony Angel said, they are the same height as well. It's a possibility. I didn't see that. I didn't see that chat. So or that segment. So thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. But they just keep only showing Julian when I look him up. I don't see her other brother on here when I pull it up. They only talk about Julian. Here it is. Angel Reese has one sibling. That's a lie. So they don't even have the stuff up here correctly. You got to tell me where you looked, because I'm not even seeing where they're showing both her brothers. They're only just showing the one. But that's good if she said that they're the same height. I'll go with you guys are saying until I can find it for myself. I always like to be able to see it. So the notion is that. But again, like, yeah, I saw her. If y'all haven't seen older brother, y'all can go back and watch one of the games from 2024, and you will get to see Angel Reese's older brother. It's him, then it's Angel, then it's Julian. I thought she had one on her story. That's why I was trying to go to her story, but she got so much stuff on it. I'm not going to depict and break it apart. I will go to it at another time. It says Julian is 6'10", and Michael. Thank you, Auntie Fee. I know I'm not tripping. Maybe at one point, but we got to remember Julian is still growing. He is still growing. He could possibly end up being 7 feet tall. And Auntie Fee pulled it up. She says Julian is 6'10". Michael is 6'9". I knew that. I don't remember them being the same height. I presumably think so, but hey, everybody got there. Like some of you saw it, they pulled it up. They say they're both 6'6". They say Angel said they're both 6'9". Then they said Angel said it on her story that they're both 6'9". maybe then at that time they were both 6'9", but Julian may have grown since then. Julian is now they're saying he's 6'10". We could always pull up Julian for sure. Juju Reese. Juju Reese height. Yep, let's go to all. Yep, that's something else that they haven't changed because it still says he's 6'9" here. But again, we got to remember this stuff doesn't change immediately. It'll probably change once the season start again, or if he's in the G League again, if he's going to be playing a little bit in there, they should post it soon. But right now they just have him as 6'6". But I'm glad you were able to find it of Antifi pulled it up. So anyway, yep, it says Michael Hopkins is let's see, Michael Hopkins is the other brother name. It's mixed. Some sites say Juju is 6'10" and some say 6'9". I'm looking at it right now. It does. A couple of them do say, as I scroll down, it does. It says 6'10". So even they don't even know. We'll just take the word. Okay, let's just say they're both 6'9", one 6'9", one 6'10", or either they both 6'9". Either way, we're gonna get off of them. But at some point, you would hope that Angel could have possibly had some of that. What if, guys? Just what if Angel was that tall? What if Angel was that tall? What if she was that tall? Angel, do you think she would have dunked in the league already? What do you think? I'm just asking. Let's pull it up, y'all. Let's pull up our other brother. So for those that don't know who he is and haven't seen, I pulled up his picture so y'all can see Mr. Hopkins, and you see, let's see, let's go to this other one. Yep, and I believe he's still playing overseas. Here we go. Yep, 6'9". Yes, definitely say 6'9". Let's go to, I'm trying to pull up where the way they pull this up. They play on me, stop playing. Okay, here he is. Let me pull it up for you guys so you can see it. Thank you guys for all the help, the support. I appreciate it for sure. But that way people get to see Angel's other brother, Mr. Hopkins. All right, y'all. Here is Angel's other brother. You get to see him more in depth. Let's zoom in. That's her brother right there. His many faces. And it looks like him. He and Juju look more alike. Yeah, there's some big ass boys. Look, oh my gosh. Look at this picture of him. He's huge. He's considered huge. Look at that picture. That's a big body boy, big ass dude. That's a big dude. Golly, y'all, that's a big guy. We thought yeah, that's a big guy. So, man, she looks more like the older brother. I think Juju. Well, without her makeup, yes, I could see a little bit of that, but I think Juju just have a much more babyier face. But that is awesome to be a parent and have siblings. Just that. Look, he went and got bulked up for this picture. He said muscle time. Uh-oh. Scroll over. Uh-oh. He bulked up in this picture, y'all. He bulked up. He said, I gotta hit the weight room. I gotta hit the weight room. So when you have big brothers like this, tell me why you wouldn't be a rebounding machine. Yeah, he wears 5. Yes, that's his jersey number 5. He wears 5. 5 is significant. 5 is significant because remember she was 5, and then she was 10. She went to 1, then she was 5, and then she said she'll take 5 and let Camilla keep 10 when she came into the W. But yeah. Can't ask for anything better than that, y'all. I'm just saying. But yeah, she got a sibling overseas, and he is still playing overseas. That's why you don't see him that often. And then you have Juju. Yes, absolutely. Yes, he does look like the dad for sure. He most 100% look like the dad, T. Camilla. He looks exactly like that. I just think Angel and her brother, they just, their favorable looks is with mom. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking at some of his younger pictures when he played. Yeah. He definitely favors dad. Definitely favors dad for sure. And so if you wanted to look at both of them side by side, let's pull this up so you can see he and Angel almost side by side right here. And I just think Juju looks more like him than Angel. There you go. They're side by side. But in some pictures, they just favor. Hey, at the end of the day, Sandy has been suspended for one game. Green Thumb, are you serious? Wow, that's craziness if that's the case. That's crazy. That's crazy. But back to it, i.e. as to why Angel is a huge rebounding machine. She had no choice. She had no choice but to be the biggest rebounding machine she could possibly be. She has her name to live up to. She got her family's, as you say, her family's name to live up to. She definitely has to take a deep dive into that. That's a huge thing. And so I did pull some stuff up that I wanted to play. And back to whether we gave the team. I saw where MSL gave a tier. I saw where someone else gave them a C. MSL gave them a B plus. I gave them an A minus. What say you, the rest of you, chat? Because I didn't see anybody else. I'm scrolling down to see who else gave them any other meetings. So, man, look at that. I like them hearts, man. Them hearts rolling up, boy. Them hearts rolling up. It says comparing the Reese sibling heights and discussing the rebounding skills. Absolutely. Let's see. At T. Camilla, where you seen Angel's dad? Who said they saw Angel's dad? Sadly, see, Sandy should have been suspended for 3 games. Wow. Is that serious, huh? I mean, I guess they're saying detrimental to a player. Is that where they're going with it? I just want to know. Is that where they're going with it? These are some of the things that I chose to pull up. I think that is a serious topic. It's a serious conversation to be had. I am going to pull this up here. But before I do that, let me pull myself back down here. And let's get this on play mode. See if we can get this to play.
A white coach calling a black player a protected species is insane. Dave Kelsey for Yahoo Sports published this article, WNBA coach calling injuries a species. So yesterday during the Atlanta Gym and Toronto Temple game, a hot mic caught Sandy Brandello calling injuries a protected species. And you know, one thing the Reese's Pieces don't play about is Angel Reese, and they all were in an uproar yesterday, rightly so. And somebody said, calling a black woman a species, da 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 da. Angel had quoted this tweet and said, "Are you surprised?" and tagged Sandy Brandello. And I was like, oh, what's going on here? Because one thing about Angel Reese, she's always going to stick up for herself, her teammates. So when I saw that she tagged Sandy, I was like, okay, this must be a little deeper than I thought. So this happened right after a hard foul on Yara Sabally. Now, people from Australia was saying that a protected species just means in the WNBA world that she has a special whistle, which also doesn't make any sense because if you watch any Angel Reese game, she does not have a special whistle. She actually began to whack like WWE SummerSlam. Now, Sandy did apologize via her Instagram story. She said, Angel, I'm sorry. Last night, the emotion of the moment after Nyara's injury, I used a phrase that I shouldn't have used, and I take full responsibility for that. But honestly, is she only apologizing because she got caught? Because if the mic did not pick that up, she would still say what she said. A white coach calling a black player.
Yes, I wanted to play it. So I think I played that to say this. Do you think that if she didn't caught, would she have apologized? Do you think that because no one would have heard it, that it would have been a big deal? And at some point, even if she said it to her team, where is it that her team said, oh, coach, you can't say that. Oh, coach, you shouldn't have said that. Right? I mean, that's just as bad as her being taunted in Indiana last year. So, I mean, I'm just saying, it's one of those moments. How do you get past something like that, which is extremely tough to do? It really is. It's literally tough to do. You can't, that's not something that you can bite your tongue and say, I'm going to fix. You have to, although publicly apologizing, because first of all, we're here because the player had to come out and defend herself, which again is crazy to me that you shouldn't have to. But I wanted to bring down some hot takes when it comes to Angels game. And I want to give big ups to Jordin Banks. Hey guys, Jordin Banks give really great takes. And I wanted to highlight Jordin Banks breakdown for those that don't really care to understand what it is, but when you have analysis and circles and motions, and I chose this clip of his against Indiana Fever since earlier, and I literally pulled this up while we were talking earlier, right? Because I knew I was going to bring this up. Since we're talking about Indy and Angel, this was the breakdown of the third game between the Dream and Fever. Okay, let me hit play, and I'm going to break that down. Let me get the mic.
Pretty tell that Kelsey Mitchell is playing over the top. She doing a match made in heaven because she literally complements all the rest of the talent on the team. And this is what I mean by this. So I want to show you something. So Rhyne Howard gets the ball right here, right? One of the best scorers in the WNBA with no question. But I want you to pay attention to Angel Reese setting this screen on Caitlin Clark, because not only does she set an amazing screen, but what she does is she calls so many mismatches for the defense. And I'm going to show you why. So when Rhyne Howard is coming off this ball screen, you're going to notice that this defender right here is the hedge man, okay? She gets to manipulate this hedge man because of the screen set by Angel Reese and because of how she sets this screen and put pressure on the roll to the basket, because there's no way that the Fever is going to let Caitlin Clark switch on to Angel Reese. So that little bit of time that they have to figure that out, that's just enough time for Rhyne Howard to step into a wide open pull-up three-pointer. So now we got another example with Angel on this away action. So what she's going to do right now, she's going to set this screen for Allisha Gray in this corner. Now, I want you to pay attention to something off this screen. So coming off this screen, you can already tell that Kelsey Mitchell is playing over the top. She doing her job. Now, the question that we have is, how are you going to play Angel Reese in the drop? I don't think you can, because if you can play her in the drop, right, they can manipulate that by just coming off and curling into this area, and then now she has a decision to make. You're either going to take on Allisha Gray at the point of the cut, or you're going to go with Angel Reese like she did, and then now Allisha Gray get a wide open layup out the deal. Let's take this one for an example. Now we in transition. You still in this drop right here. And then Angel gets a free lane to play pick and roll with Jordin Canada. And now guess what she does? She sets another amazing screen on Caitlin Clark. And then now Jordin Canada gets to get inside. And good guards that they have on this dream team, they able to get inside 2 feet in the paint. And then look at Angel. You want to switch it. But let's go back a little bit. So on this screen, you're going to notice that she sets the screen. And then as you can see right now, she's basically doing a pill switch. She's telling Caitlin Clark, you get her, I'll get Angel. The problem with that is Angel is good enough to sit down on any mismatch that there is in the post, and she's going to call for the post, got great hands, and I like the great feel she had for the ball right here. She sees the help coming over. She don't rush it. All she do is take her time, and then now you fool down there in the paint. Same kind of concept with this one right here. Same transition. You're going to play and drop. Angel's going to set the screen. This dream team is so good that you can't play drop on them. Why? Because they have the ability to get 2 feet in the paint. And what happens when they get 2 feet in the paint? The drop has to react to it. And guess what Angel is going to do on this backside? She gets a mismatch. She's going to sit down right on them. And as she sit down right on them, now she gets wide open and lay up out the deal. Same kind of concept right here. You're going to put her in the drop situation. Angel's going to roll hard to the basket. And then this is where she's good at. The dream guard gets 2 feet in the paint. And then now she's able to get a shot off. So now the big has to react to that. The problem with that is Angel is a tremendous rebounder. So now you out of position. You don't even get the chance to get that rebound, and Angel's going to get it. She gets an and one. Angel Reese on the dream is literally a match made in heaven because like, she literally.
Sometimes you literally just gotta watch the breakdown of games and how it looks. Pick, pop, screens, just different things like that. If you don't follow Jordan Banks, please go check him out. He gives good takes, great breakdowns. I think that it's a really good sports show. Just staying in tune with a lot of the different shows and watching how to maneuver is something that I think is great. But you always want to look at the greats that are giving great analysis. Even if they gave an analysis on just the negative side, as long as it's one of those constructive criticisms, you got to break it down for what it really and truly is. And so this is just highlights of this particular game. And I'm going to bring in the last game and give you from the Atlanta Dream headquarters, give you their take on some of the nice highlights of this game. Let's get it. This the highlights on R5, and then I got another highlight of the entire team. So let's put this up. Okay, I'm just enlarging it.
She picked them both on her squad.
Reese with the pursuit of the team effort to circulate another possession. Jones inside, bounce to Reese, flips it back to Jones, and she scores.
Like that.
This zone has been beneficial for Toronto to frustrate the Dream. More movement on the perimeter. Reese is by herself, lays it home. Angel Reese has 7. Hustle by Conde, fall away short.
Karl Smesko talked about that previously where he said, you know, Allisha Gray, she knows that she's a great shooter. Could be me, but I think they've awoken the monster. Allisha Gray, boy, she's doing everything on the offense.
Nice push passes, picked off by Reese. Head of the snake. Howard slows it down. The takeaway, the jump stop, Angel Reese. Beauty in transition.
We never had the interview with Izzy. Can y'all send it? Izzy did an interview
Reese with the pursuit.
It was at the end of
team effort
to
circulate another possession. Jones inside, bounce to Reese, flips it back to Jones.
All right. Yep. Those are great great takeaways from that game. It's good looks. You can't break it. I wouldn't break it down. I'm trying to break it down any better than that. That's a good breakdown, highlight reel of that. But then I have another reel for this was Angel Reese reminds the timeline. Reminds the timeline exactly why she brings the relentless edge every single night. Every single night. Relentless edge is crazy. One more video, guys. Hold up. One more video. And I know that we're getting close to getting out of here. We're going to be right at 2 hours here in a second, but I want to get these couple videos in because I said I was going to show them So let's show them. Let's show them. Guys, we got to put these up. We got to take them down. We got to take out the old. We got to put the new one in. We got to stretch them. If it's photos, it's different because you can share them both at the same time. But let's get to it. Here's the other one. Let's put it up. Let's put it up.
Run the floor well. Canada to get it into her. Hillmon drains it.
Yes,
they are. Who knew what she was doing when she picked them both hard?
Yes.
Reese with the pursuit. Tell me the truth, because I'm not doing math on the air.
I think I got to take. Let me turn it on. It's something about having those commentators where YouTube acts really crazy. So I bring it all the way down so that way y'all can hear me. Nice. We talk about showing a cross court pass again. But who's it going to show Angel? This is one for the whole team. I like that they showed Naz. They're showing Jordin getting to the bucket, gets it to Angel. Where's the other highlight? I thought this was the one that had everybody on it. Curl, defense, Angel with the steal. She had a real wide base. Real wide base. Angel said, take that. Dizzy Flaky. I don't know Angel's. Let's see. I don't know Angel's mom was named Angel. Oh, you didn't know Angel's mom? Yes, exact same name. Exact name. Exact same name. He is Angel Reese number 2. Angel Reese number 2. Bye, y'all. Nice. I like how she flared back because Tima, she tried to cheat the defense. Nice. I like to see Naz relax like this, y'all. I think it's awesome when you get to see Naz be a relaxed player and get stuff done. Yes, I love it. I love to see her as a nice, calm, relaxed player. I had one more. Which one is this one? One more, y'all. One more. I wanted to bring this up. I know that we saw this, but it brings us back to why Sandy is suspended, if that's the case, per the chat. If Sandy is suspended, it has a lot to do with this, right? Because you can't have systemic racism within the workspace into which they're saying is actually happening to one particular player, which is absolutely not happening. But I wanted to bring this up so we can talk about it. Oh, let me hit play.
Black-led sport and celebrated here. I want to show a light on have now as a white woman who leads a Black-led sport and celebrated here. I want to show a light on Black women. They don't get the media coverage that they deserve. They've given so much to this sport and the community and society as a whole, and their value is undeniable. In the WNBA last season, the postseason awards, 80% of the winners were Black, but they got half the amount of coverage as the white athletes. So I think it's time for change. I think we should use this power together to also celebrate Black women. So to Maria Taylor, Robin Roberts, Maya Moore, Odyssey Alexander, to all the incredible Black women in my life, on my teams, to Breonna Taylor and all the lives lost, and to those names who have not yet learned, but I hope to share. I stand behind you, and I'll continue to follow you and follow your lead and fight for you guys. So I just want to say thank you for everything.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we gotta take this guy off of here. He ain't a part of my. That's the young man who was found on the live. But yeah, I want to make sure I got that out to you guys. That's where, hey, Chicago Cheetah, you hit them, you ring them bells, you hit them likes up over there on TikTok. Hit them up, y'all. Hit them up. Hey, it's super easy to just get caught up in the moment of different things that happen all the time. People just capping all over the place. But I did want to bring those clips forward. We talked about the dream, but we never did get down to the last part. The last part is where do you see the dream in the playoff, the outlook for the dream and the playoff aspects, or making it to the playoffs? This is you, chat. We got 10 minutes to talk about the dream and their playoff look. Where do you think they stand? What do you think they're going to look like moving forward? Just different moments like that. Said finals. Green Thumb says finals. Don says she is suspended for only one game. Okay, yeah, they talking about Sandy. Let me go over here to Threads and see what's going on with old Sandy Mandy. Oh, Sandy. Oh, Sandy. Oh, Sandy got caught up in the web of what's going on. So Green Thumb says finals. Kappa says champions. At tier, she says I don't think she should have been suspended. She apologized and called Angel. I think Sandy. Let's see. I think Sandy is being is a scapegoat because they couldn't suspend CC. That's a Ready Milkway. We have the potential to win it all. I just have reserves when it comes to Karl and Ryan. That's a very good call for real, Ready Milkway. I'm concerned about that portion. I think Ryan will fall in line, depending what Smesko wants. And as you can see, she's being heard, and it takes Angel to remind her that you are you. Play hard. Don't hide. It says, and I want to give this last little take while we're talking about it. It says, just found out on Yahoo Sports, the WNBA did suspend Sandy Brondello. Yeah. They're trying to take action on BS right now. I just think that apology, yes, it shouldn't have been said. I'm almost inclined to say the same thing, that why we suspended her, right? I want to pull this up. Let's get to my girl here. Y'all know so I want to read it, and before I play the video, let's get it up here on the stage. Let's put it back here. I like it when it's here. Okay, so it says, Coach Sandy Brondello has apologized after referring to Angel Reese as a protected species during Friday's game. The apology matters, that it does. So does understanding why so many people found the comment harmful. What are your thoughts, is what she's asking. And then we get into it. And here's what she asked. Let's press play. Here's what she said.
See how races and individuals with low racial self-esteem would morph themselves into experts in Aussie slang and terminology, all to defend dehumanizing language towards a Black woman. But yeah, I'm not surprised. So last night, the Atlanta Dream defeated the Toronto Temple, where Naz Hillmon had a perfect game, okay? But during that game, Coach Sandy Brondello was heard on video calling Angel Reese a protected species in a fit of anger about a foul that happened between Angel Reese and Niara Sabli.
She rolled over.
Sandy Brondello pleads her case. Karl Smesko has walked over closer to the officials.
Angel Reese immediately called Coach Sandy Brondello out on Twitter, as she should. I really commend her for her bravery and really standing on her square on this one, because despite humans being a species as a biological term, humans are not commonly referred to as species in day-to-day language. Tone or undertone of calling a Black woman a species is animalistic and not appropriate. Now, Sandy did apologize to Angel Reese this morning, and I gotta say, for all the folks who say that people are never satisfied with apologies, This was an apology. And he said, Angel, I'm sorry. Last night in the emotion of the moment after Niara's injury, I used the phrase that I shouldn't have used, and I take full responsibility for that. My frustration was with the officiating, but my words unfairly put the focus on you. I understand that my words carried an impact beyond what I intended, particularly for Black women in our league, and I'm deeply sorry for that. I spent my career competing with, coached, and learning from incredible Black women, and I regret that my words caused hurt to a community I respect so deeply. I have a lot of respect for you as both a player and a person, and I sincerely apologize to you, your teammates, and the Dream organization for my comment. What I love is that Sandy's apology addressed Angel first. Okay. Then she tried to explain her reasoning behind that statement and acknowledge that that wasn't her intent, but then also acknowledge the impact of that statement. Which I don't understand why Sandy's acknowledging the impact, but you guys are in my DMs trying to minimize it. I don't get that. Also recognize that this is not only harmful and hurtful to Angel, it's hurtful and harmful to any and all Black women that can see and hear Angel being called a species and referred to as a species. That's not okay. It's not on any of us to tell Angel to accept that apology. It's not on us to do that. That's on her, whether she wants to do that or not. But I do think the undertones in the language and some of the unconscious bias that goes on, especially in the W, needs to be recognized, and especially towards Angel. And so I appreciate that Sandy quickly and swiftly apologized, because regardless if Coach Sandy Rondello's intent was to say that Angel was being protected and not, she was getting all the calls in that game. One, Angel Reese is constantly over officiated and not in the good way. Like, she is constantly receiving technical fouls and not receiving calls that she deserved. And so whether or not she meant that either, I don't think that really landed. I do think this is a good apology. You guys drop down below, let me know what you think. So what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. It's really crazy how races and individuals with low racial self-esteem would morph themselves into experts in Aussie slang and terminology, all to defend dehumanizing language towards a Black woman. But yeah, I'm not surprised. So last night, the Atlanta Dream defeated the Toronto Temple, where Naz Hillmon had a perfect game. During that game,
minimize this. It is time to shut it down. Big girl has given me my clock ticking moment, because I said that you guys had 10 minutes, which 3 more minutes would be 10 minutes. I said that at 5 after, right? I said I was going to get off at 2. And then I asked a question. And in that question, big girl, I said, you got 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, I decided to play this. But we are going to get out of here right on time at the 10 minutes that I required from you guys to answer the question. Thank you, big girl. I appreciate it. But I do agree with you, Reddit Milkway. She's saying, hey, like just what our girl said here on the world ESQ. She always said, she's always spoken in this language, but she just specifically said, like, people in her DM trying to minimize the fact of what was said. We got to fix those things. And sometimes you just got to call a thing a thing. Do I think that Sandy is truly apologetic for what she said? I do believe that. I do. But I still think that you still have to take a stance. In this instance, what the league did. Fined, yes. Suspended, I mean, I don't think so. It's my opinion. I don't think so. I think fined, maybe yes. Suspended, no. But whatever they're going to do, you're doing that and you're taking away a pay from her. It hurts the team, and that's certainly not something that Angel wants and is looking for to happen. But at the same time, to call me a bug, a species, whatever it was you called me, it's just disrespectful. And we got to figure out ways how you fix this narrative moving forward. Every time something happens, it should kind of, in a sense, revert to this, right? Because then you can kind of train people, and I'm not saying taming because this is nobody's animals, but train one's conscious mindset to think before they speak, even in the midst of going through something, because you guys have asked Angel to do the same thing and she's actually absolutely done it. So that's why I'm saying that. You told her to be quiet and she's been quiet. You told her to just play the game and mind her business, and guess what she's doing? She's playing the game and minding her business. Everything that you guys asked her to do in this extremely selfish world, she has done, all so she can make sure that she's not only just a stand-up individual, but a role model for those that are here to come. Now let's see if they discipline Cece for her disrespectful ways towards the refs. That is the absolute biggest question, big girl. I don't think it's going to happen, but if you can do that, that's a problem. She didn't give 2 flips when Izzy hurt Angel. I didn't see her go out and help. I did not see that. It's reported that she was suspended without pay for an inappropriate comment made regarding Angel Reese. Absolutely. Well, all said, well, all the fake blacks that didn't get on the Angel Reese bandwagon, now's the time to finally get on if they want to get good old Sandy fired. I don't want to see the woman get fired. I think that her comments that she made was indeed, in fact, what she said. It was in the heat of the moment. If that's a language that is typically a part of what their norm, I can see it coming out. But did she mean it? Probably so. But in the words in which she chose to use is not. It is very derogatory, and that's why she is where she is. They're reprimanded. It is there. And with that being said, guys, it is my time to get up out of here before a big girl call the patrol police on me, and I've got to get my buns up over here and tell you guys this as simply as possible as I can possibly say. We are going to roll up out of here. Overall, I'm gonna say this, and let's get my outro out of here. Overall, this team has shown why so many people will view them in different highlights, different time waves, legitimate contending caliber. Also, those that have minimized this team for what they think the team has fallen to. I think the team is going to be fine now. I think they have their 100% total pieces all together, and I think it's going to work out well. And they're not a perfect team by far. No team is perfect. They're not perfect. Yes, that 5 stint of 5 losses, you win 1 and then you lose again. To me, it's still just crazy. In a 7-game span, you lose like that, and it's crazy. And on that stretch that they played, it was just tough for them. But the foundation is there for this team. They're looking at star power, depth. Coaching is kind of questionable at times, and the style of play that they continuously challenge one another to be better. When they're clicking on all on the same cylinder, they're a great team that you don't want to miss watching play or be a part of. Now it's time for the second half. Let's see how they push forward, and that's where champions are made and championship teams are formed. And this is how you separate yourself from the rest. And that is indeed and truly a fact. And I'm going to say that again. This is where champions are formed, championship teams separate themselves, and guess what? Good teams are formed. So it's going to see how good they're going to be at this point. And that's all I'm concerned about, because the rest of the season that has surpassed us is done. Once All-Star happens and they come back, we're on a new wavelength, and we'll see where they are with that. If you enjoyed this video and like this live reaction, guys over there on TikTok, you love this show, please go on over to TikTok. On YouTube. Get to this video, go to the 3 dots on the bottom next to the thumbs up, thumbs down, and the arrow. There's 3 dots. Click on those 3 dots and you're going to see the hype button. Hit the hype button so you can hype this video. Same thing on Facebook and the same thing on Instagram. Please go over there, hit that like button, and then go down, drop down, and hit the hype button so you can hype this video. It's important that you guys do this. This puts me in front of the algorithm. Guys, all of you that are here, the same thing on YouTube. Please, once this video is over, please, once I hang it up and it clicks off, go and hit the hype button. It's important. Also, Again, if you have not hit the like button, hit it on your way out the door. Hit the sub button if you're new to the channel, and also hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop. It's important, and that is it for this particular episode, series, commentary, live show, recap, whatever you want to call it, right here on CourtVision with SoPrettyToni. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and always, always, always keep watching for more game footage on this channel where we talk facts, real hoops. And with that being said, guys, I am pretty much going to roll up out of here. Again, like I said before, big girl come and slap me across the head, and we're out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Don't forget the Fever game at 7 o'clock tonight on the Players Club.